Text Markup Language, HTML, Chapter -2. Introduction to HTML. Hypertext Markup Language is a markup language, not programming language, used for creating web pages and web applications. Plain text documents can be created using any text editor. WYSIWYG editors are also available. Cont. Hypertext, text within text. A text has a link within it. Is a hypertext. Markup language is a computer language that is used to apply layout and formatting conventions to a text document. It makes text more interactive and dynamic. It can turn text into images, tables, links, etc. Web page is a document which is commonly written in HTML and translated by a web browser. Cont. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML describes the structure of web pages using markup. HTML elements are the building blocks of HTML pages. HTML elements are represented by tags. HTML tags label pieces of content such as heading, paragraph, table, and so on. Browsers do not display the HTML tags, but use them to render the content of the page. Building blocks of HTML. An HTML document consist of its basic building blocks: tags. An HTML tag surrounds the content and apply meaning to it. It is written between and brackets. Attribute provides extra information about the element, and it is applied within the start tag. Contains two fields, name and value. Elements: everything written within tags are termed as HTML elements. Building blocks of HTML. HTML document structure. A HTML document consists of two major portions: head section and body section. Head contains information about the document, like the title and metadata describing the contents. Body contains the actual matter of the document, gets displayed within the browser window. HTML tags and HTML elements. HTML tags are like keywords to tell the browser that how to display the content in a web page. To tell the browser about the content, every HTML tag has a specific name. Tag names are always enclosed in the pair of LT and GT symbols. Tag name content goes here. LT/tag name. The first tag in a pair is the start tag. The second tag is the end tag. The end tag is written like the start tag, but with a / inserted before the tag name. HTML tags and HTML elements. HTML tags. HTML tags and HTML elements. HTML elements. It is an individual components of HTML documents. It represents semantics or meanings of the content. It is of everything from the start tag to the end tag. It consists of a start tag and end tag, with the content inserted in between. HTML tags and HTML elements. HTML elements. HTML tags and HTML elements. Basic HTML tags. Example: LT, doctyp at meltfult head tilted like page titled / head tilt body tilt 1 gt my first heading h1 gt ltpgt my first paragraph lt/pgt lt/body tilt /html gt. Explanation for above example: the LT doc type HTML GT declaration defines this document to be HTML5. The LT HTML GT element is the root element of an HTML page. The head element contains meta information about the document. The like element specifies a title for the document. The body element contains the visible page content. The LTH1 GT element defines a large heading. The LTPGT element defines a paragraph. HTML meta tag defines metadata about an HTML document. Metadata is data, information, about data. Meta tags always go inside the head element, and are typically used to specify character set, page description, keywords, author of the document, and viewport settings. Metadata will not be displayed on the page, but is machine parsable. HTML meta tag LT HTML GTLD head meta charset equals UTF-8 meta name equals description content equals web programming for CS3 RD year meta name equals keywords content equals HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, meta name equals instructor content equals HTML, meta name equals viewport content equals width equals device width, initial scale equals 1.0 GTLT slash head body content LT slash body LT slash HTML GT. HTML comments. Comment tags are used to insert comments in the HTML source code. You can add comments to your HTML source by using the following syntax. LT write your comments here. GT note the commented code will not be visible to a web page, and hence you can use comment tag for documentation purpose and debugging purpose. Comments can be used to hide content. LTPGT this is a paragraph. LT slash PGTLT dash LTPGT this is a paragraph. LT slash PGTGT. HTML links. Links allow users to click their way from page to page. HTML links are hyperlinks. You can click on a link and jump to another document. When you move the mouse over a link, the mouse arrow will turn into a little hand. Note: a link does not have to be text. It can be an image or any other HTML element. Syntax: $ref equals URL link text slash AGT. HTML links, cont. The ref attribute specifies the destination address of the link. The link text is the visible part. By default, links will appear as follows in all browsers: an unvisited link is underlined and blue, a visited link is underlined and purple, an active link is underlined and red. By default, the linked page will be displayed in the current browser window. To change this, you must specify another target for the link. HTML links, cont. The target attribute specifies where to open the linked document. The target attribute can have one of the following values: _blank opens the linked document in a new window, or tab _self opens the linked document in the same window / tab as it was clicked. This is default. _parent opens the linked document in the parent frame. _top opens the linked document in the full body of the window. From a name opens the linked document in a named frame. HTML text formatting. HTML formatting is a process of formatting text for better look and feel. In HTML, the formatting tags are divided into two categories: physical tag. These tags are used to provide the visual appearance to the text. Logical tag. These tags are used to add some logical or semantic value to the text. HTML text formatting. Element name description. LTBGT the size of physical tag which is set to bold the text written between it. Strong the size a logical tag which tells the browser that the text is important. The size of physical tag which is set to make it extitalic. Demp the size a logical tag which is set to display content in italic. Mark this stage is set to highlight text. Dog this stage is set to underline text written between it. LTTTGT this stage is set to appear text in teletype. Not supported in HTML5. Strike this stage is set to draw a strike through in a section of text. Not supported in HTML5. Subdit displaced he content slide lie above it the normal in. Subdit displaced he content slide lie below the normal in. Del this stage is set to display the deleted content. Thistic displaced he contontuacisididl big thistagi saseto increase the font size of ion conventional in it. Small thistagi saseto decrease the font size of ioner unit from base font size. HTML quotation and citation. The HTML element defines a short quotation. LTPGTWWF's goal is to LTQGT build a future where people live in harmony with nature. LT/QGT/LT/PGT. The HTML element defines an abbreviation or an acronym. LTPGT equals World Health Organization GTWH alt/abrt was founded in 1948. LT/PGT. HTML quotation and citation tag description unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. Old abrt defines an abbreviation or acronym. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. Old address defines contact information for the author/owner of a document. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. Old dog defines the text direction. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. Old block quote defines a section that is quoted from another source. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. Old citic defines the title of a work. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:18 and 6 seconds plus 03:00. LTQGT defines a short inline quotation. HTML images. Images can improve the design and the appearance of a web page in HTML. Images are defined with the limp tag. The limp tag is empty, it contains attributes only, and does not have a closing tag. Limxr equals pulpit rock.jpg alt equals mountain view gt. HTML image tag and image format tag description unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:19 and 53 seconds plus 03:00. Old imp defines an image. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:19 and 53 seconds plus 03:00. Old map defines an image map. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:19 and 53 seconds plus 03:00. Old area defines a clickable area inside an image map. Unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:19 and 53 seconds plus 03:00. Old picture defines a container for multiple image resources. Abbreviation file format file extension APNG animated portable network graphics.app GIF graphics interchange format.gif ICO Microsoft icon.ico .cur JPEG joint photographic expert group image.jpg .jpeg .jfif .jpeg .pjp png portable network graphics.png svg scalable vector graphics.svg. Attributes of image tags. Circ attribute to define the URL of the image. Alt attribute to define an alternate text for an image. If it cannot be displayed, width and height attributes to define the size of the image. Width and height properties to define the size of the image. Alternatively, float property to let the image float. Map to element to define an image map. Area element to define the clickable areas in the image map. Dimx element to smap attribute to point to an image map. Picture element to show different images for different devices. HTML tables. HTML table tag is used to display data in tabular form, row *column, There can be many columns in a row. HTML tables are used to manage the layout of the page. E.g header section, navigation bar, body content, footer section, etc. But it is recommended to use div tag over table to manage the layout of the page. HTML tables, cont. Use the HTML element to define a table. Use the HTML element to define a table row. Use the HTML element to define a table data. Use the HTML element to define a table heading. Use the HTML caption element to define a table caption. Use the CS border property to define a border. Use the border collapse property to collapse cell borders. HTML tables, cont. Use the CS padding property to add padding to cells. Use the text align property to align cell text. Use the border spacing property to set the spacing between cells. Use the col span attribute to make a cell span many columns. Use the row span attribute to make a cell span many rows. Use the attribute to uniquely define one table. Tag description unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 defines a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 LTTHGT defines a header cell in a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 LTTRGT defines a row in a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 LTTDGT defines a cell in a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 caption defines a table caption unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 col group specifies a group of one or more columns in a table. For formatting unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 gal specifies column properties for each column within a gal grouped element unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 head groups the header content in a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 body groups the body content in a table unknown. Anot August 19, 2025, 14:23 and 27 seconds plus 03:00 food groups the footer content in a table. Example table style equals width 100% GTLTTRGTLTTHGT first namelt slash THGTLTTHGT last namelt slash THGTLTTHGT agelt slash THGTLT slash TRGTLTTRGTLTTDGT obabelt slash TDGTLTTDGT cabetelt slash TDGTLTTDGT GT50 LT slash TDGT LT slash TRGT LT TRGT LT TDGT ailmult slash TDGT LT TDGT tolelt slash TDGT LT TDGT 94 LT slash TDGT LT slash TRGT LT slash tablet. HTML lists are common to anyone who has worked with word processing tools. They are the bulleted and numbered lists that are used for capturing a sequence of points. HTML lists are used to specify lists of information. All lists may contain one or more list elements. There are three different types of HTML lists: ordered list or numbered list, OL, unordered list or bulleted list, UL, description list or definition list, DL. HTML ordered list. HTML numbered. HTML ordered list or numbered list displays elements in numbered format. The HTML alt tag is used for ordered list. There can be different types of numbered list: numeric number, 1, 2, 3, capital Roman number, I23, small Roman number, 33, capital alphabet, ABC, small alphabet, ABC. Example: alt type equals ig tilde html java alt javascript sqlt alt. HTML unordered list. HTML bulleted. HTML unordered list or bulleted list displays elements in bulleted format. The HTML alt tag is used for the unordered list. There can be 4 types of bulleted list: disk, circle, square, none. Example: alt type equals circle g tilde html lt java alt javascript sqlt alt. HTML description list. HTML definition. HTML description list or definition list displays elements in definition form like in dictionary. The 3 HTML description list tags are given below. LTD-LGT tag defines the description list. LTD-TGT tag defines data term. LTD-DGT tag defines data definition, description. Example: LTD LGT LTD TGT HTML LT/DTG tilde this a markup language LT/DDGT LTD TGT Java alt/DTG tilde this programming language LT/DDGT LTD TGT JavaScript/DTG tilde this a scripting language LT/DDGT LTD TGT SQLLT/DTG tilde this Aquara language LT/DDGT LT/DLGT. HTML frames. HTML frame tag define the particular area within an HTML file where another HTML web page can be displayed. It is used with the frame set, and it divides a web page into multiple sections or frames, and each frame can contain different web pages. Note: do not use HTML frame tag as it is not supported in HTML5. Instead, you can use frame or div with CSS to achieve similar effects in HTML. HTML frames. Example: LT doctyp at melt LTHTMLG tilde head like frame etical slash tide like LT/head frame setcles equals 25% 50% 25% G tilde frame aseric equals frame 1.html G tilde frame aseric equals frame 2.html G tilde frame aseric equals frame 3.html GT LT/frame set LT/HTML/GT. HTML form. An HTML form is a section of a document which contains controls such as text fields, password fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit button, menus, etc. Syntax: form action equals server URL method equals get post gt//input controls g text field text area radio button lt/formed. HTML form tag description. Form it defines an HTML form to enter inputs Pathias side. Input it defines an input control. Text area it defines multi-line input control. Label it define label for an input element. Field set it groups the related element in a form. Legend it defines a caption for old field set to element. Select it defines a drop-down list. Opt group it defines a group overlap options in a drop-down list. Option it defines an option in a drop-down list. Button it defines a clickable button. HTML form example. Inserting multimedia in HTML. Multimedia is almost anything you can hear or see, e.g. sound, music, images, records, videos, films, animations, etc. It comes in different formats. Web pages can contain multimedia elements of different formats and types. Hence, multimedia on the web can be sound, music, videos, movies, and animations. Inserting multimedia in HTML. The following multimedia tags are used to adding d/t multimedia files to HTML. Audio for displaying an audio file on the web page. Video for displaying a video file on the web page. Dem for embedding multimedia files on the web page. Object for embedding multimedia files on the web page. Frame for embedding other web pages. HTML graphics. There are two modern web technologies for creating graphics, HTML5 Canvas and Scalable Vector Graphics, SVG. Canvas, in HTML5 for creating and analyzing bitmap images as pixels. SVG, an XML-based vector graphics format. It is a markup language for describing all aspects of an image or web application, from the geometry of shapes, to the styling of text and shapes, to animation and interactivity. End of